You know, I can't tell what's worse. You or your shooting. Your guess is as good as mine.
It seems we are having technical difficulties. Please stay tuned for the show to start.
Just nudge it. Just nudge it. Oh, God, it didn't make it in the wagon. This isn't a good spot. Dang it. Friggin' frack.
360, let's go. I got her.
Sit back, enjoy the ride. We're on
What the hell? Hey, that was fucked up, man. Put your leg down. Your leg's caught. You're gonna bust your foot off, man. Come on. Miss him. Oh, come on, man. Fucking die! We did it!
Charge up, you're the battery that keeps me awake.
Yo, what is happening, everybody? How's it going? It's been forever and a day. Dakota is so excited that we're streaming today. It's been forever. Been pretty damn busy, just doing life stuff, trying to get resettled after a crazy year. You guys were close to channeling all the stuff we did last year and everything, but we're back now. Want to try to get back into streaming a little bit. Pretty busy with my new schedule. We'll talk about that a little more as well, but I am excited to be back here. I'm excited to see all you guys, and Dakota is super excited because he knows he can get some treats now. Not sure how everything is going to work today. I haven't really even been on my computer much in the last couple months. Every once in a while, I used to be here 12 hours a day. Now I'm here maybe a couple hours a week, maybe. But that's how it goes, man. Let's see who's here already. Why can't I scroll up in this chat? We got all kinds of people here already. Drip, Danily, Fighting Flip-Flops. Ann is in the house as well. Who else there? William was here as well. JC Winters. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. JC Winters, hope you're doing well, mate. My brother and friends really miss you. I miss you guys as well. I do. I truly do. I truly miss all you guys. I'm excited to jump on in and check out what's going on with everything. And give you guys an update on myself and try to get back to a good schedule, some kind of good plan as well. I know he wants some stuff. He's a big boy too. He's a good dog. Look at the dork. Live or you die. Now let me make sure music is working. Okay. I had to find some music because everything's shut down now, you know. Let's see. William says, been a minute. It has been. John's here as well. Says, hey, good to see you're back. Fighting Flip says, nice surprise. I know, right? Big old surprise. Big old surprise. Fantastic to see. Can't wait to hear the update. Yeah, we'll get into some stuff soon. Anne's here as well. Anthea, thanks for being in. Says, hey, Austin, saw this on my feed yesterday. Yeah, I know. I made it yesterday to try to let everyone know a little bit was happening. Wasn't going to miss it. Hope you're doing well. I hope it's early enough for you as well. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Shout out to everyone's mothers out there as well. All the mothers for Mother's Day today as well. Danny, I'll get that treat for Dakota. Oh, did you hear it? You want a treat? Do you want a treat? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Drip says you look healthy. Thanks, Drip. Yeah, we'll get into that as well. Thank you so much. I have been. That's another big change that has happened over the last 6 months. And that includes I've lost 50 pounds, actually. I mean, it's crazy to say that I've lost 50 pounds, especially since you guys only ever see this much of me. I mean, I wasn't, but I definitely had a lot of extra weight laying around. So I've lost 50 pounds in the since I turned 46, since my birthday in October, when I really started getting a good diet and stuff. So I'm super excited for that. It definitely has been amazing and made me feel and have more energy and everything. Ches in the house as well says thank you so much for the Benevito tutorial. Oh, I love that tutorial. The freaking baby, right? That's awesome, man. A knife only run? Dope. That's sweet. I want to jump back and play some Resident Evil 8. Hopefully we get some news on Resident Evil 9 soon or something. Missed that doggo. He's missed everyone as well. He's getting mad at me now because we're not giving him a treat yet. All right. Yep. So I don't. I'm not paying for Spotify right now, so we have ads. Must feel good being away from the PC for a while. It has its ups and downs, right? It has ups and downs. It was good to just relax for a little while, and we'll get more into why that was like that. I actually had to focus on myself and some life stuff. And we'll get into that here in a few as well. Stupid updates or stupid commercials. I forgot about music, and I tried to get some stuff going right before the last minute for stream, and I guess Spotify works, but I have commercials right now, and I couldn't get logged into my Pandora account, which wouldn't have commercials, but I can't log into it at all. What's the live news update? Well, the big news update is, as you guys are aware, I worked for T-Mobile for 23 years. I was laid off in September of 2023, and that's when I started making Temple of Shadows a little bit, and tried to see if I could dabble in game development at a professional level. We made Temple of Shadows throughout that year. Used all of my savings to live off of, right, to do that. So it came to the point where Temple of Shadows was launched. Great first project. Loved that game. Wasn't going to make me a millionaire, right? So I started looking for a job because my savings was pretty much non-existent at that point. And it took a while. I was getting desperate. Jobs are hard to find, or just the market right now is hard to get in there. There's so many people out there trying to get those same jobs. Took a while. But I'm glad to say after a couple months of looking and interviews, and actually it's about 6 months of looking and interviews, 2 months with this current one, I finally got a job at SpaceX. That's right. I currently work at SpaceX now. I work for the Starlink division up here in Washington State. We make all the satellites that are for the Starlink network. I personally work on the team that is responsible for engineering, developing, and manufacturing the lasers, the communication lasers that go on the satellites that allow the satellites to talk to each other. So that's what I'm currently doing right now. It's a lot of work. It's super rewarding, very challenging, which is good for me. Because I always need to be challenged or I get bored pretty easily. I've always been that way. So that's one good thing. The only bad thing is it's a lot of work, long days. We actually work 10 plus hours a day, and it's a pretty big commute for me to where it's at. So that's why I haven't been streaming at all for a while. I've been there for about a month now, and I'm trying to get my schedule situated. I'm starting to finally get a good routine. So I want to try to, that's why I wanted to try to stream today to see how this weekend went, and then maybe try to make a consistent weekend stream, and maybe I can fit in a weekday stream. I'll have to see how that works out, but that's okay, hang on. Yeah, come with this side. Everyone wants to see over here. Over here. There you go. Good boy. So that's the big life update. I finally got a job. I was unemployed for 18 months. 12 months of that was, well, it wasn't by decision. I mean, I didn't ask to get laid off. But 12 months of it was, I took some coding classes and was working on Temple of Shadows and living off savings and stuff like that. And the severance package, technically, that I had gotten from T-Mobile. But after that ran out, I was it cost a lot of money to pay for your mortgage and all the bills that accompany having a house, right? And living and food and all that stuff. So very quickly, I was very broke. So I kind of went into like hiding mode, because I was just like, trying to figure all that out and focus on all that stuff. But we're doing good now. We've been at SpaceX for a month. It's been absolutely fantastic. I bought myself a Tesla. It's freaking awesome. I never really was into electric cars until I drove one. It actually helps a lot with my commute. I have to commute 50 miles each way every day. So I leave my house about 5 a.m. It takes me about an hour to get to work. It's pretty easy drive in the morning. The car pretty much drives most of it for me. Drive home is a little worse because it's a little more heavy traffic. But again, I got that car for the commute and it drives for me. So it's pretty fantastic. Hope it features a daughter of the DLC. Yeah. The end of UE8, right? They showed that scene. So you think it would be the daughter for sure. The stash? Yeah, the stash still looking good and thick. Yep, I haven't chopped it off yet, right? I haven't chopped it off yet. Good to see Healthy Gemini Bikes with a fantastic job and good. Happy to you look to be. Thanks, man. Thanks, Danny Lee. Yeah. Been trying to get outside a lot more, which is good. Been riding my bike a lot more. I hadn't done that in a while. I rode a little bit last night. But, yeah. How am I finding it, enjoying it? I absolutely am in love with my new job. It's really hard to explain what we actually do and what it encompasses. So, like I mentioned, I work for SpaceX, but I work in the Starlink division. There's lots of different divisions, like Starlink division, there's like Falcon division, and then there's Dragon division. That's what I call them, right? Like big departments, right? That work on huge projects, right? So I work with the Starlink manufacturing division. It's up near Seattle. We have like seven massive buildings in our complex where we build every single component of the satellite, and then there's a building that puts all those components together to make the satellite, and then we ship the satellites down to California, and they blast them off into space, right? So I work for the team that is responsible for the space lasers. That's what our department's called, space lasers. There's engineers on the team that I am on, and production manufacturers and stuff. So the engineers are actually So there's like production where they're building the lasers in the clean room with the technicians wearing full smocks, you know, building the actual laser module itself. And then in the back of our building, in our test lab, where I spend a lot of time working on stuff with tools and stuff, there's a whole like R&D development system where there's engineers back there like developing the next generation of the laser, right? And they're actually tinkering with stuff and got computer boards everywhere plugged into different test modules. My main job, though, I'm a test technician, so I'm responsible for maintaining and building the tests that allow the production people to quality check the component in specific scenarios while it's going through production, right? So they build one little piece and they stick it on this test that we build, and it runs a series of tests through the module to make sure it passes and can move to the next part of production, right? So my main task is to maintain and develop those test benches. I'm also my boss tasked me with a huge project to start with, my very first main project. I'm building an outdoor enclosure that holds a server and a switch and a laser switch and some power supplies and stuff that will be part of a system that has a space-to-ground laser that we're building. So we're building these little base stations that have a laser that shoot from the ground to space that can talk to the satellites. So it's a lot of crazy stuff, man. It's insane. I absolutely love it because it's hands-on with tools, building and designing stuff like I've done for years. Working with servers, I've already had to like program an image about 9 different like actual rack servers. Using a lot of Python code as well to like write the automated tests, you know, the test scripts to write those. I don't get to do that much right now, but I kind of know a little bit of that. So it's cool that I'm going to be able to get into that and actually be able to do that. And then there's also a lot of actual CAD programming and designing parts and designing tools. I've actually been able to do that already and get back into that. I actually went to college. I'm going to date myself now. I went to college 25 years ago actually to do that stuff and dropped out because I was young and stupid. And then went back to school for electronics. So it's cool to be able to get back into that stuff that I enjoyed a lot younger and have all the stuff I've kind of learned and enjoyed over the last 25 years of my professional expertise to all come into one job. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty awesome. I can't stop talking about it, actually. Holy crap, I'm alive. Desert Rat. Good to see you, man. Learning so much, Dannerly. Oh my God, I thought I was fairly smart. I've always loved school and been able to pick up on stuff pretty well. Working at SpaceX around dozens of and not everybody, but there's a lot of young freaking people there too. Way younger than me, right? That are like straight out of college engineers, right? Just super smart and everything. So it's pretty awesome to be involved with all that kind of stuff for sure. So now all we got to do is like figure out how to get that all settled down and into a good routine so that I can be on here with you guys for a little while. Taking a break from the PC life did me a world of good too. Yeah, and how's the horse doing? How's all that stuff going? J-Min, how's it going? This is Howdy Cowpoke. Good to see you. Good to see you. Do you still go to school for gaming, or is it more of a hobby now? I mean, I took a lot of classes and went to school for it and got some certificates and stuff. So I do have that. My dream is to still make games. SpaceX is an amazing opportunity right now, and I'm loving it. If I got given the opportunity to all of a sudden work for Rockstar, and not have to like move to England, right? Or work for Sucker Punch, which is in Seattle, and make about the same amount of money that I'm at SpaceX, I probably would go for it. Although SpaceX is got a lot of growth potential, right? So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for sure. Extremely smart people at Kings. Good to see you, man. Yeah, crazy smart people at freaking SpaceX. It reminds me. It reminds me of the movie The Interns. Have you guys seen that movie? Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, right, where they get the intern jobs at Google. That's what it reminds me of, because I'm there. I mean, there's a lot of older people there as well, but I mean, when I sit down to eat lunch, usually everyone around me is younger than me, and a lot are way younger than me, right? So it reminds me of that damn movie. It also reminds me of that movie because, like I said, we have 7 buildings in our complex, and everybody's always walking between the buildings on conference calls or on talks, right? I'm always walking back and forth between our building and the main machine dev lab building, which is this massive warehouse-sized building with CNC machines and 3D printers, like as big as my room, and then a whole bunch of like manual tools that I could just go in there and use. I was in there the other day drilling holes and cutting I-beams with a saw and all kinds of stuff that they have that we can just use. It's crazy how much stuff is there. Did you say the command wrong? I didn't see the command pop up at all, anywhere at all. Horse is doing great. That's awesome. Red Belt, how's it going? They were jumping in. Out living out for the summer now. Oh, that's nice. Out enjoying that nice breeze and stuff. The nice sun for sure. The nice sun for sure. I don't know if the Twitch is working right now. We're not getting any Twitch messages on my thing here. We had Twitch going, but I don't know if it's working. I'm over on it right now over here, and it's looking kind of weird. Like, it says I'm offline, but I'm not. But it says I'm live at the same time. There's no image. Whatever. Lone Wolf, how's it going? We're jumping on. YouTube's where it's at anyway, right? Of course, I probably have gray hairs from the worry they cause sometimes. The horses? Oh, yeah. Had to go to the horsey hospital. That's never good. Some sarcosis lasered off. What is that, like hardened something, like on their skin or something, like a hard growth or something? Twitch shows offline. I know, right? It shows offline, but my picture has the live thing next to it. I'm like on my page right now, and it shows live, like underneath my avatar. But then it says offline at the top. So I don't know. That's weird. You tried Dakota Treat? Well, he got one. It's probably in cooldown. Red Belt. I'll give him one anyway. He deserves a couple. Right here. Want to get it? Ah. Yeah, it's probably in cooldown. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Twitch. Now it's even now I'm watching my Twitch stream, and now it says there's an ad coming in. There's an ad break coming in, but there's no image. I don't know. That's weird. That is super strange. Super, super strange. Very crazy. Yeah, let's see. Like I said, the other thing I did, I bought myself a Tesla. Crazy freaking car, let me tell you. Drive it. I don't have full self-driving. Technically, full self-driving isn't available right now. You can get full self-driving supervised, which means you still got to have your hand on the wheel. But I have enhanced autopilot, which is almost the same exact thing. It allows me to, I can tell the car just that I want to stay in this lane and go max the speed, and it just drives through traffic for me like normal. It's pretty sweet. Pretty dang sweet. Let me try to find a picture of it. I think I've posted a few things on what's it called? On the X, right? The other cool thing is I can charge it for free at work. So I literally pay nothing to drive it to work all week. I just charge at work, drive home, drive back to work, charge at work, drive home, drive back to work, charge at work. Never have to pay anything, which is awesome. That's why YouTube is superior. A thin skin tumor thing, they usually local invasive and generally benign. I was thinking of like, I know horses get like on their joints and stuff, like some rough skin. That's what I was thinking of. So something kind of close to that. Purdue, how's it going? This is cell notification. Good to see ya. J-Man says, yeah, I like their Starlink products. Good stuff. Waiting on higher speeds for overall great product. Yeah, the main reason for the speed on the Starlink stuff is just the capacity of the network. We're launching. Well, every time a rocket launches, it's about 25 to 27 satellites, and they're launching at least 3 Starlink launches a week right now. So as more and more satellites get put into orbit, the speeds can get turned up because the capacity will grow, right? Super chat from Red Bell for 20. Thanks, Super chat, much appreciated. I thank you for all the amazing support. So glad you guys are hanging out today, and you didn't forget about me because I didn't forget about you. Just had to take a break for a while. Thanks for that support, man. Much appreciated. They're in a place where it doesn't bother them, though. Okay. At least it sounded like it was easy to get taken care of as well, right? Like I said, it doesn't bother them. That's good. Never had much luck with twitching? Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I have no idea. I'm not sure why it says offline, but it says I'm live, and the chat's working, and it just ran a fucking ad. Whatever. Friend of mine from college was using Starlink while in Japan. Said it works really well. Nice. Oh, and I'm on the beta now we have new satellites called direct-to-cell satellites. So we have 2 different types of satellites in orbit right now. We have the main satellites, which create a massive network that talk to our Starlink dishes that you can have on your house, or you can just have it anywhere, right? You could take it in your car and go camping. We also have new satellites called direct-to-cell satellites, and those actually talk directly to cell phones. T-Mobile is connected with them right now, which is kind of cool because I used to work for T-Mobile and now I work for SpaceX. But T-Mobile has a thing with them where they're running a beta that only text messages, but right now my phone will literally be able to send text messages literally anywhere in the world, which is pretty cool on the Starlink network. That's in beta right now, but it'll get rolled out to everybody as soon as we get more capacity, right? Got to build those satellites. I think right now, my department is trying to build about 200 lasers a week, and there's 3 lasers per satellite, and we're barely keeping up with the satellite people. So they're making, what is that? 75? About 75 satellites a week. 70 to 75 satellites a week. We're pumping out right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know this is way off topic, but is there a good Redm server to play on now where someone else since DRB is gone? I haven't been keeping up with it too much, Weber. I do know that Step Off, Wyatt, or Sinner Leonard, he's playing on one called Legion, I think, right now. I think they're kind of in like a beta form right now, and they're trying to get started. Other than that, there's the other major ones, right? Frontier, or I think Frontier is a really good one. They were always like right there with us as far as like player engagement and everything. There's a couple other good ones like that though. I don't want to say bad about any of them though, but a couple of the top ones were pretty crazy. So I always look for like a mid-tier one, right? Usually you get some good RP in there and stuff. You never know. Maybe there'll be another one like DRB at some point in the future. I mean, everyone always wants me to talk about that. With my current life situation and stuff, it just got overwhelming a lot, you know. And DRB was a ton of work on the back end, right? I loved developing for DRB. I loved making that community, and in the future, maybe there'll be something else if I can figure out time and figure out. Now that we've spent 4 amazing years developing and building what we had in DRB, it will allow me in the future, if I can find the time and the will and the desire, to start from scratch and really lay out a few things and develop a few fundamental core elements that need to be in place to make the whole situation and the whole environment run a lot cleaner, if that makes sense. And you never know. Maybe that'll happen at some point. Maybe. Is there one called Redline? I'm not sure. I think Redline is a pretty big 5M1. Yeah, I've heard that name before. I'm not sure if they have a Redim equivalent. But I think Redline. What's the other huge 5M1? I don't know. Yeah, you can. They get toxic pretty easy out there, right, Weber? I mean, even DRB at times. A lot of times was a bit toxic as well. So I got something on my screen trying to clean off. But you just got to give them a shot and try, you know. That's why it's always good, you know, to see some streamers and go through the system and actually watch some people play. So you can kind of see what they have available and stuff. What I make of the new GTA trailer? I mean, it's GTA 6, right? No matter what, it's going to be an amazing graphical game. Probably pretty good story. It'll probably suck you in, right? I think it's crazy that it's taken so long. That we heard nothing for over a year, and the first thing we hear is, "Oh, we're pushing it out," right? That kind of sucks. But I'm excited for it still. I'm really excited for GTA 6 because I really enjoy. I think I'm going to really enjoy that environment and that setting. The Florida Keys. You know, I really liked Far Cry 6. You know, because it was like in Cuba, like Havana, but that's pretty dang close to Florida. You know, bright colors, cruising around. It should be a lot of fun for sure. Hopefully it doesn't get pushed out again. Hopefully they really looked at their scrum setup and were like, okay, what do we have left to get done? What's a realistic time frame? And they only did this one push out, right? It always sucks when they just keep doing stuff like that. But Rockstar is pretty good at laying out ground rules and figuring out that stuff. So hopefully this isn't a common thing and it just gets pushed out and it gets fixed and good and it's nice and it gets dropped. I got to get the freaking PlayStation working so we can play it when it comes out. Although actually I got to get the PlayStation working so when Ghost of Yotai comes out. Ghost of Yotai. There's always been some real toxicity in some communities. Oh, there's toxicity everywhere. The internet is a treasure trove of toxicity, and right? Congrats on the new job. Andy, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Don't think GTA 6 will have a good of a story as Red Dead? Yeah, definitely won't have a good of a story as Red Dead. I'm not really keen or a master or a guru on any GTA, to be honest. I haven't really ever played any of them. I played maybe the 2 originals. I think I played 3 a little bit when it came out, but other than that, nothing. I didn't play 5. I've only played the story of 5 just so I can get it online. But from what I've gathered and seen, I don't think they drew you in and then just stab you in the heart like Red Dead did, right? Which for a video game and an experience is what really makes an amazing game. That's why The Last of Us is absolutely top number one game of all time ever made. You can, I'll put money on that, right? That's my opinion, always will be. And it's because of that, right? Because Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog know how to get you super attached to the character you're playing and then literally rip them away from you, right? Everybody loving the show? Everybody watching season 2 of The Last of Us? There's one on tonight. Actually, it starts in a couple hours. I know our good friend Miss Pony Macaroni, she's been having a watch parties over in our Discord over there. I wait and I watch it with my daughter. My daughter's a pretty big fan as well, so we watch it when we both have time later on. Usually it's late Sundays because we're usually pretty busy. But yeah, the show's been pretty good. Season 2, it's been living up to where we expected it to be, you know. Should be I think it's going to be a really good episode tonight, to be honest. Producer, it does release on May 26th. It will be the 4th anniversary of Ray Liotta's death. Oh, really? That's random. Give me Red Dead 3. I can die happy man. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, Desert. I don't know if that will ever happen. You guys hear that noise? Does everybody miss the big old fat kitty? The big old fat kitty. Inosuke, a big old fat kitty. What are you doing, Inosuke? What are you doing in here? Hanging out? Huh? Big old fat kitty. Big old fat kitty. Big old fat kitty. Ugh. Yeah, Red Dead 3 would be absolutely amazing. Here's the thing. Maybe they'll do it, but they know how much money they can make off GTA, and you gotta know. Did the table get bumped? Why is the camera shaking so bad? You gotta know that they were working on GTA 6 before Red Dead 2 was even done, right? And now it's been another 8 years since then. I mean, if they were gonna make Red Dead 3, I mean, I wouldn't even expect it until 2035 or something, right? Hey! Be nice to the kitty. So, yeah. Where's the go to eat? Well, he's eating the cat right now. Stop eating the cat. Get off the cat. Dakota, let the cat up. Theo, how's it going? How's life treating you? It's going pretty good. We've been talking about that. I got a new job at SpaceX. Drive a Tesla now. Maybe play Vice City before the new one comes out. You think I need to play Vice City before the new one comes out? You think they're going to be connected at all? There might be some little hints here and there, because it's the same, setting. But I'm not sure if they're all... Yeah, Red Dead 3 on PS7. Exactly. Shit, we'll probably get GTA 6 remastered on PS7. GTA 4 was the best story? Out of the GTA series, you say? Was it better than Red Dead 2? Yeah, I think Red Dead, out of all the games I've ever played, I think Red Dead 2 might be number 2 story for me ever. As far as like, if I'm just ranking the story itself, right? Danny, you haven't played any games since January? Don't get excited anymore. I've been feeling that too, man. I just haven't really had the drive and motivation to just play any games. But I've missed you guys a whole bunch. and a lot of that too is like I was just so busy trying to get a job, get it ready for my job, and now trying to get into a good schedule with my job that I just was like, I don't really want to go sit at the computer. I got so much other stuff to do. But now that I'm starting to get a little more settled, getting a routine down. My main routine too, what I got to keep in effect, like I said, I've been eating super healthy the last 6 months, lost 50 pounds in the last like 7 months. A lot of that is attributed to my diet. So I do count all my calories. I put them in my app. Like everything I eat goes into an app. And I pre-prep almost all my food. So yesterday and today, here's what I've cooked the last 2 days, okay? I made 2 pounds of diced up chicken, 2 pounds of lean ground beef. I cooked about 2 pounds of diced potatoes. I cooked a dozen eggs. I've cooked two pretty big helpings of green like peppers for like fajitas. I cooked 2 cups of rice. Then I took all that stuff and I made 5 breakfasts with eggs, sausage, and potatoes in them, and packaged those all up. Those are in the fridge. I made 2 fully kitted out chicken Caesar salads that are in the fridge. I made 2 ranch and chicken like wraps that I have for work, and then I have a whole bunch of chicken and meat that I use every time I get home to make some food. I was gonna make a batch of chicken fry or shrimp fried rice as well and have that available. But that's what I do every single weekend. I make all that food so that tomorrow morning when I go to work, I'll grab a breakfast thing and a lunch thing and bring that to work, and it's already all done and it's super healthy and it's already programmed in my app. I just say breakfast. I already have the meal created, right? And then when I get home at like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, it takes me 10 minutes to cook dinner because it's already all prepped, right? I can make fajitas in 10 minutes. I can make spaghetti super quick. I can make like a shrimp fried rice or a chicken stir fry or something in like 10 minutes, and then I can eat, right? So it takes a little bit of prep time, and it takes a lot of my weekend, but it makes my week so much easier. So much easier. Guess the boss is not on. Are you trying to do the command again? It should be. Oh, my camera froze. Fantastic. That's not good either. Wonder why the camera froze for. How long's that been frozen? You can tell I lost weight. Thanks, man. Let me try to fix that. What the heck? All right, so that's the right camera. Wonder why it froze for. Come on. Come on back. You can do it. Freeze cam, activate. Who did the freeze cam command? All right, let me try to fully reset it. Yeah, that's weird. We'll see if that'll kick it into gear. What the heck, camera? Ridiculous. Non-tribute vibe everywhere else. Trying to learn Japanese? All right, let's throw it to a different camera. All right, that one's working. Hi. Go back to this one. Why is this not working? I thought we were going to be good today, camera. It was working for this whole time. All right, restarted it. It comes on for a second and then goes away.
You don't wake up dreaming of McDonald's fries.
Ridiculous.
You wake up dreaming of McDonald's hash browns.
Does this one work as well? What camera is that?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I think that one over there. Why are my damn cameras working? This one's working, right? Why is that camera working? That camera's working. Why is nothing else working? Oh my gosh. I need to dust my stuff over there. It's a disaster.
Join us for this important community conversation. Visit piercecountywa.gov/cook.
All right, now we got ads again. Good old ads. Well, maybe we'll just jump in and play some game for a little bit. We can still chat. Let's have a way to get a drink and come back to a broken camera. Exactly, right? Why is it not working? The Troll Stars. Mr. Troll Star. All right, let me try to open the Elgato camera hub and see if it shows up there. Nothing. Yeah, that usually works all the time. Bart the Butcher, how's it going? Thanks for jumping on. What the heck? You dumb thing? I wonder if it works if I plug it into like a different... Let me try this real quick. We're really going crazy now. Nope. That didn't work either. We tried to turn the camera off and back on. Oh, I smacked